Ora debba hujure. Kami hujure buk. Sekolah aja. Betta na ge ngata dan naro. Urutti ta berenne jega. Betta na bu. Na je kibira kona ngati kita ke mai jega. Kata kage baru ko baca kula. Lake ngamakai. Wako teman na kita na santa ya wanya tete biaru. Aba kita lagi nak kula. Hanya tete di Marokana. Wago kucing itu lagi ganti kau. Saya ada orang itu mari itu ganti. Marah ni lah. Badan air dicacir, kemudian dicari. Orang percaya kalau jalan ni jalan laga dicari. Agar rano, leno, boleh leja ke biasa. Rumah itu ni tak tinggi. Tidak terlalu. Apa tak kalau bumbu kani orang dah itu ikut ke berita.
بيت بلد قسم بموفو كانوا جانا سمين ترى كل جانا ما سمين أكل ما في اللي جانا اللي باكل أنا كان بقال قال أرب كلمة دي بيجايان تسون يا باملو دي
Naka de tamo richiba ta anda to ai siapur lo le ta anda tu bisa buku to. Ra de re. Kuna kage takar jaba ngai. Nei jaga ngalo tu na to mora de.
We have been shipping food from the United States to starving people around the world for almost 200 years, until Donald Trump and the Republicans stopped those food deliveries.
This is one of the executive orders that President Trump signed literally in his first hours after being inaugurated.
Dramatic changes are happening at U.S.A.I.D.
The Trump administration is continuing to dismantle the U.S. Agency for International Development.
U.S.A.I.D. is the backbone of U.S. humanitarian assistance around the world, billions of dollars of foreign aid.
Shutting down the world's largest provider of food assistance.
All U.S.A.I.D. overseas missions will be shut down.
With us now, the former head of global health at U.S.A.I.D. under President Biden, Atul Gawande.
These are people shutting down an agency and having no clue the work that is being done. I'm a surgeon. I led global health at U.S.A.I.D. and I can tell you, people are being harmed as we speak.
You know, it's a wipeout. Trump is unleashing chaos and destruction. It's grim. It's grim. And just showing the facts of what is going on. And as much as possible, the faces of it. And that's what I think we really have to do. The dropping of the bomb of the sudden cutoff of U.S.A.I.D. funds has an immediate blast zone. The care being provided to refugees, the vulnerable, and the insecure. The first thing that might be harmed. I wanted to visit Kakuma because of the context. It's in Kenya, which is a growing economy and a vital partner to the United States. But the region around Kenya is a powder keg. On its border is South Sudan, for example, where there's political violence and instability. Kakuma has 300,000 refugees.
It offers a safe haven. Kenya and U.S.A.I.D. were working together to transition refugees out of dependency, and it had become a model for the rest of the world.
I'm at a refugee camp in the South Sudan border. The World Food Program has been cut off from U.S.A.I.D. to the point that they're now only able to provide enough for 1 meal a day.
U.S.A.I.D. was also playing a critical role in helping support that refugee camp.
Keeping people healthy, fed, and so enabling stability in the region. After the foreign aid termination, visiting the clinic in the community would help me see what the actual impact has been.
We're going to have a walk through the hospital. Clinic 7 provides the highest level of care for all refugees. This is our triage area. So as you can see, it's usually quite chaotic. To run this whole operation, I only have 5 doctors.
5 doctors for 300,000 people, so 1 per 60,000.
We started to see the impact of the funding cuts quite early when we had the first wave of people being let go of. There was a lot of incredulity, like this can't be happening. This actually cannot be happening. It seemed unimaginable that the cuts would be as bad as they were and affect the sectors where life-saving activities were ongoing. Because malnutrition is such a huge problem in this population, there's a specific word for them, the stabilization center. This is baby York. This is a child who's been in and out of the hospital for the past 1 month, I would say.
She doesn't have as much wasting.
Yes, they are improving slowly.
Children with acute malnutrition lose their ability to fend off disease.
This is Sunday. The baby is being treated for pneumonia.
These are vulnerable children who aren't getting enough protein and calories to survive. I would expect this would be the most fragile population who would be harmed by aid cuts.
I see the admissions are up. Yeah. The World Food Program cuts has started in February, so it's 2 months of lack of food. Now we're starting to see the surge. Yeah.
One of the cases I wanted to show you was actually of this baby. During Sunday, they were severely ill. So they had gone now into severe acute malnutrition. They had developed a diarrheal illness. This can directly be linked to the food aid cuts that have been happening.
Nyakata kita jenga nene, akada ni logole bijeta, kanole bijeta wa to gija na logole tamu nako. Ijina na ino mu, kanya gira kale turke gue, mani doja neng gue neng nadu. Ba lo kade mana no, akan ni ngane ala bedo. Ko kona ngati, ko ne ko kodori ngati ko ko ala ida. Nga na kawala che atana ko kada yende na je ay te ta sande ko kanelo bulazar kanete ero taro mirika doanga ne gole dalang wai aje gono be bura ne be doanga zeg ma do de bu wara de dalang wai ya da mora de mere de ba kanela je ka jale makono aguji dak ma ga rigi roda Yala je bra iten. Jarra guli te to malam aje. Nyari mane to. Maro ko ne bumaro ke tani. Ko je bu chanya ko lemu yani.
Mama, habari. Sasa, habari.
I took care of Jane. She had a severe form of malnutrition.
Mama anaitwa nani? Esther.
When Jane came to us, the organs were failing. The kidneys are failing, the liver functions.
Ebu finya hiyo nione.
And she had severe form of edema. The legs were swollen. The skin were peeling off. The integrity of the skin was lost. And that's dangerous because the skin was not able to protect Jane from infections. And we were seeing all of this with Jane because of malnutrition.
So this is Jane Sunday.
She's about 15 months old.
We need to monitor such a patient very closely. If the skin is thin and weak and breaking off easily, they lose a lot of heat and they're not able to control their own temperature.
Yeah, so they become hypothermic.
They become hypothermic easily. And for caloric intake, we feed them every 2 to 3 hours. This is a difficult case for us. For a long time, we've not been seeing such cases.
Improved management of children with malnutrition had a huge impact on the populations in the camp. With funding, providing food rations, nutritional supplements, having a follow-up protocol, we have changed the trajectory for children with acute malnutrition.
20 years ago, in places like Kakuma, children with severe malnutrition had a death rate of around 20%. That is now less than 1%. It's been a public health miracle.
But management of malnutrition is a system so fragile that one budget cut could make everything just fall apart.
Anya di no mo to ya to go. Cha de lo le. To ba ke la ku ni. Che lo le de che ne ga da ke ma ge re ta nyo che lo ga ta no ko to ro che ka lo du ne. Che ba ta ri che go lo tu no to mo ra de. Che no ko do ko ke men. Itiga ne nga ne mo ko de go. Ukone chau pa na kena no perante jinan. Come da do chu gni ga na ne daga tulu la che ta da mo. Sa ko da ni chimma ke de che to. Na na ga ku na.
Their home is 12 kilometers away. We require parents to stay with their children.
But the time that Jane's mother took Jane home, there was only one nurse in the ward.
With the funding cut, staffing was reduced.
So the level of supervision was very minimal.
And no one noticed when they left.
Pues de que chari batala glo che don ne rabba de chaba ngata dani to. Ko ne chau pa na kena no perante ne bu je da ko don no. Ani ngati ke kor bele la ni ngati. Te jeremi jerama je. Ne ma ke jeremi go juru ga chara che do bu gara de gar bu je ga ru je ga ka. Te jeremi. Bu je ko da na gola. Ruja ko de gani na je ko do Nerra gol de to la gane gari gol. Chada mino kuni rita gani rita ale ke wale la ga kor. Leo kuna ngatu akane ngati. Nagata ko ya dum kan diyan ke kimo. Chada wo ken ga le beto agira. Ato ade lo le ni ti cha ga meke. Ami. Ro ke ta kutu guza gal. Ne kiro kanu bulu gana korto kunci. Zana ruido. Ruido vale de dago kana boke gata le de rugitu. Zana ai na ga jaramala. Ruido. No dong na nya de nugutu ko jana de na ngate. Bulu richa ko tinogo. Baganye. No dong na nya de nugutu ko jana de na ngate. Adan. Bulu.
Can you tell me what happened?
Walang barat dakas. Anaka, abi nakabigo mutu. Nagi tiko ya nega gajena. Nagu tua sei zande tuane.
Wasu lunas bonus ugale Malta jubu jana de sebe. Kande zuru fele tabam. Be kalam janta sekaman. They are okay. Yao bes has to be there correct.
How did it get so bad that a mother had to make such a hard decision? Take baby Jane with me so that I can go look for food for these other children. Otherwise, they will also starve. And that is a decision that no mother should ever have to make.
Malnutrition deaths. We've shown that they don't need to happen. We've found the formula, and we've delivered it, and then we took it away. Then there is the blast radius still to come, like declines in vaccination and loss of control of HIV and TB that are going to be harder to see and affect hundreds of thousands to millions more.
We're going to continue to do food aid. We're going to do more food aid than any country on the planet times 10.
The issue here is we have children who are dying. So will you commit to continuing to fund the production, transportation, and distribution of life-saving products to save starving children around the world?
No children are dying on my watch.
Joining us now from Nairobi, Kenya, is Dr. Atul Gawande. Please just let us know what you've been finding there.
Secretary Rubio testified that the aid is continuing, that 85% of HIV funding is moving, and it's just not true.
what we're seeing is real. Children in one refugee camp, they're seeing deaths per month this month that are higher than any other month last year.
The impact of the Trump administration's cuts to the U.S. Agency for International Development are being felt around the world.
A chilling warning from several medical researchers.
A new study in the medical journal The Lancet estimates that funding cuts could result in millions of additional deaths in the next 5 years.
Researchers also say millions will die if the White House doesn't restore funding.